In today's video, we're going to go over everything you might want to know about Washington, Utah, which is actually a city within Washington County and connects to St. George, Utah. It really is a suburb and just kind of blends right into it. But we're going to focus specifically on Washington, Utah in today's video. All right, let's get to it. If this is your first time to this channel, we go over everything there is to know about living in Southern Utah. My name is Elizabeth Prisbrey. I'm with Stratum Real Estate Group. If you are looking to buy, sell, or invest here in Southern Utah, I would love it if you would reach out to me. You can find my information up here in the corner or down below in the description. All right, let's talk about everything Washington City, Utah. Now, as I said, Washington City is a suburb of St. George, Utah. They are both actually located in Washington County, so a lot of people get confused when you hear them say Washington. There is a Washington City within Washington County. That is what we are talking about here, which means it is located in the southwestern part of the state of Utah. It is going to be about a 2-hour drive north of Las Vegas, Nevada, which is where you're going to find your nearest major airport. Now, there is an airport near Washington, Utah. However, it is a smaller one, so it will have connecting flights to just a few cities. If you are looking to have a major flight, you're going to want to head south to Las Vegas. As far as climate goes, it is very similar to the Las Vegas weather, which means you're really only getting 2 real seasons, more of a really hot summer, and then your winter is going to feel like a nice fall. So for example, your hottest month in the summer is going to have an average high of around 101 degrees with an average low around 75 degrees. Whereas in the winter, your coldest month is going to have an average high of around 51 degrees with an average low of around 31 degrees. My favorite months here are going to be March, April, October, and November. That's when you can really get outside. You can walk around in shorts and a t-shirt and be fine. Yes, even in November. In September, it's still pretty hot. Towards the end of September, it starts feeling a little bit better though. As far as scenery here, you can see it is going to be a desert. However, it is surrounded by some beautiful red rock cliffs and mountains in the distance, but it sits kind of down in a little valley with some homes up on the hill here. Now, Washington, because it is a suburb of St. George and is being built out from where the center of St. George started, it is a newer developed area. The population is going to be much lower than St. George. I will link some of my St. George videos below because if you are interested in Washington City, you're likely looking at St. George and the area as a whole. So definitely check those out below. But in Washington, your population is not going to be as high as St. George. This is an estimate based on the 2020 census for 2023. The population is estimated to be just over 36,000 people with a median age of around 36 years old. So that should kind of give you an idea of the demographics here. You are getting a lot of families moving in here. However, St. George is known as a retirement area, which means you have all age ranges going in here, but the median is sitting right around that 36 years of age. So expect a lot of diversity here as far as age goes. Now, as far as cost of living goes, according to payscale.com, Washington City is 2% higher than the national average, while being 5.3% higher in just housing than the national average. Now, what that kind of looks like is in the last 6 months, the median sales price here has been right around $520,000. That is actually going down from what we saw a year ago, but it gives you a picture of where the housing is sitting in this area. Now, if we compare that to our median income here, the median household income here is just over $112,000. However, the average here is sitting closer to $79,000. So that just kind of gives you an idea there of what to expect. Now, if you go to payscale.com's website, you can actually put in the city that you currently live in as well as Washington City, put in the income you currently have just to kind of see what you would need to make in Washington to live a comparable lifestyle that you are living now. Now, as far as education goes here, it is located in the Washington County School District. According to niche.com, they have a B+ rating. So if you want to check out some of their schools, I will drop that link down below so that you can check that out as well. One of the great things about Washington is it does have a low crime rate. I will stick this link down below as well, but on neighborhoodscout.com, it says that Washington is 42% safer than other US neighborhoods. So really a lower crime rate here. Of course, you're going to get crime everywhere, but it is typically considered a safer place to live for your families. All right, let's jump into some of the pros and cons of living here. Now, as you can tell by the population, the housing that you're seeing going in here, the median age, this is a very family-oriented community with a lot of activities for families to take place in. So if you are looking for a great place for your family to live, this is definitely one of the pros of Washington, is it is very family-oriented. If you're looking to stay away from families and that's not your lifestyle, then you probably don't want to choose this location. A second pro here is it is a newer suburb of St. George, so the neighborhoods are newer. You will get pockets of older areas that developed first, but for the most part, it is being built out and you are finding a lot of newer subdivisions in here. Of course, my third pro here is you are getting beautiful weather for 9 months out of the year. You can really go out with a light jacket in the winter months and likely take it off halfway through the day because the sun is out and it's a beautiful day. So for 9 months out of the year, the weather here is really just so beautiful and allows you to enjoy the outdoor amenities that are so close by. Which leads me to my fourth pro here. All of the recreational activities in the area, but specifically Sand Hollow State Park, which is very, very close to Washington. It's going to be about a 10 to 15 minute drive, as well as Snow Canyon State Park, which is going to be a little bit northwest of Washington. Beautiful, stunning red rock cliffs that you can hike through. It really does just make you feel like you are completely away from any larger cities and is so, so beautiful. Really the heart of southern Utah and definitely something you want to check out. And then the fifth pro I found here is that low crime rate. If you are looking for a great place to raise a family, a very family-oriented community, lots of outdoor activities around, great weather 9 months out of the year, and low crime, Washington is a place that you want to check out for your family. Now, of course, there's a lot of other pros, but I'm trying to make this video short, sweet, and concise for you so that you don't get bored. But let's touch on some of the cons, because as we know, with every city comes some cons, and you want to make sure that you can live with these cons before moving here. First one's going to be those hot summers. The summer months are very hot. You have 3 months where it's pretty scorching outside and it's not awesome and nobody loves it, and you get all ready and you take 1 foot outside and you feel like you need to take a shower again. So if you can deal with it for 3 months, it's a great place to live, but it is hot in the summers. Second one's going to be high housing costs. If you cannot find employment here or work remotely that brings you an income to afford those high housing costs, then it's likely not the right area for you, but housing costs are higher here in Washington. Third one's going to be that the income doesn't always match those housing costs. Of course, I gave you the median sales price. There are some on the lower end, but you want to make sure that you find something that fits your income and you don't want to be living beyond your means. So definitely check to see what you can potentially make here and afford and live comfortably to make it worth it for you. Fourth one is going to be state taxes. I didn't really touch on this in this video. It's something that I feel like I need to bring up for people that move from out of state. Of course, this could be a pro or a con. If you are coming from a state that already has state taxes, it might be lower than what you're experiencing. However, if you're coming from a state that doesn't have state taxes, for example, Nevada, I came from Nevada and there are no state taxes, or if you're coming from a state that the state taxes are lower, then you might not like this. But you can plan on in 2023, the Utah income state tax is about 4.85%. So figure out if that's a pro or a con for you, but I wanted to throw it out there. And then the fifth con is going to be shopping. Now, I say that lightly. If you are coming from a smaller town, you're going to feel like there's a lot of shopping here. There is still a Costco and Walmart and Best Buy and Home Depot and Lowe's and Target and Ross and all of those larger chain stores that you're going to be able to find what you need when you need it. And there's even a mall here. It is a smaller mall, but we do have a mall with a Dillard's, a Barnes & Noble. There's an H&M in there. So there is some shopping here. However, if you are looking for those high-end stores or a lot more options so that you're not showing up to work in the same outfits as everybody else at your job, then you are going to want to travel south to Las Vegas. Now this one, I don't know if it's fully a con because I do feel like there are shopping options here just not what you would get in the larger cities. So if you are looking to move here, it's going to be dependent on where you are moving from. All right, I know that was a quick overview of Washington City. I will link some videos for St. George down below so that you can watch that one as well, because again, Washington is a suburb of St. George. They will have a lot of similarities to them, but just a few key differences. Remember, my name is Elizabeth Prisbrey. I'm with Stratum Real Estate Group. If you are looking to buy, sell, or invest here in Southern Utah, please don't hesitate to reach out. I promise you I will respond. All right, until next time, have a wonderful day.